Time is running out for lawmakers to raise the debt ceiling before we're expected to hit the limit sometime this summer. And Moody's Analytics says Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's plan to raise the nation's borrowing limit on the condition of drastic federal spending cuts would, quote now, meaningfully increase the likelihood of an economic downturn. Moody's estimates that unemployment would rise over a percentage point with McCarthy's plan versus just 0.25% increase with a clean debt limit bill. A recent CBS News poll showed 70% of Americans agree that the debt ceiling should be raised if it would avoid a default on the nation's debt.
All right, and with all this talk about debt and the debt ceiling, maybe you are wondering what it actually means if the U.S. does, in fact, default. So let's look at some facts. First, it's important to know that the U.S. currently has a debt limit of just $31.4 trillion. A measly sum. Next, failing to increase the debt limit would cause the government to default on its legal obligations because basically can't pay its bills. A default would immediately impact the federal government's ability to do basic things like maintaining national defense, federal programs that families and veterans and those who retired rely on, as well as keeping up with our national parks and many other functions. A default would also lower the U.S. credit rating. The dollar would be put in jeopardy and interest rates would rise once again. So where does that leave us? Well, finally, it is not just America that would be hurt. The White House even says that a default could potentially lead to a global financial crisis and perhaps a recession.
And when the debt limit debate comes up, inevitably, so does the idea that the U.S. Treasury could just simply print more money to pay off America's debt. Some lawmakers have even called for it during past debt limit showdowns. The idea comes from a loophole in a 1997 law that grants the Treasury the authority to mint platinum coins of any denomination, but minting a $1 trillion coin isn't realistic. It's never been done before, so it would be destined for a legal showdown while also introducing a new element of uncertainty to the financial market. So